I'm Clayton Schultz. I'm the director of the West Institute at Shepherd's Theological Seminary, and I'm also the director of the Archaeology program. Today was our first day of actually putting a trowel in the ground, and we've already uncovered some interesting things and have some fun things to talk about and to show you. Our students are getting a fantastic experience, and not just learning about archaeology in the classroom, but really having the opportunity to put the trowel in the ground, as they say, and get very significant experience. One of the first things we had done is uncovered the floor that had been dug in a previous season, and you can see the mosaics here, and then over here you have one of the few, but an early baptismal, cross-shaped baptismal. And one of the objects that we sought to accomplish today was to kind of follow the wall line and see where it continues. And we've already found some interesting artifacts today, and we will be documenting those. Right now we're just cleaning, and we're going to be taking some photographs here pretty soon. So this is day 2 of our dig here at Kirbat Sheikh Isa. Trench 13, square 13 here. With one of our students. This is Micah. He's going to kind of walk you through some of where he's been in this square and where he's at, and hopefully, you know, give you a little bit of hope of where we're going here. So just walk me through a little bit of kind of where you're at.
So initially we just had a much shallower trench that was actually shorter, did not go as far that way. So what we've done so far is deepened it, widened it, and we split this whole area in front of the church over here into 3 squares that each of us students are managing. This is my square, square number 13. And so we're basically just working through it layer by layer, processing all the stuff we pull out, trying to get any artifacts or find any features. Like here we have a wall that was probably assembled from bits and pieces of the church wall by later time periods. We're in the 12th through 15th century time period layer right now, and hopefully we'll be able to get a lot lower in these squares to hopefully some earlier times AD. So.
One of the things you're going to notice is that we're both dirty.
Very much.
We're playing in the dirt, and this is a very silted, fine silted site.
There's ash everywhere.
It is, it's connected to industry, a lot of ash in the area from the sugar plant, which is just on this hillside over here from previous seasons of digging. And we have a sugar pot we're going to show you in just a second. So yeah, this is exciting stuff. We have the continuation of the wall connected to the church. We're going to keep digging down to see if there's any continuity. We're a little higher up on the tell here, and one of the highest points on the tell. We got Brian. You can take your mask off. That's one of the cleanest masks I've seen. You must have just put it on, because most of our masks look kind of like the color of this ground.
It does, yes. I put it on because we started, I put the mask on because we just started, and we not started, but we tried to uncover the sugar pot.
Yeah, we got a sugar pot here.
Almost fully intact.
Connected to our sugar factory just up the hillside here. So we're gonna lift this in just a few minutes. So we'll show you that process, how we're going to do that, and how we're going to conserve that pot and glue it all back together.
Can we bring the glue?
Anything else that you've been able to unearth and plot?
So we had a large pottery find just right before it, and it was also one of these, or actually multiple sugar pots, but just in pieces. But we also had mixed in other pottery, bichrome pottery, and some other things that are I don't know what they date to, probably not extremely old, but it's still exciting to find more than just sugar pots.
So one of the things they're going to do is they're going to take this back to the lab at the museum, and they'll glue it all back together, and they will write up some documentation on it, where it was found, its location, relationship to other artifacts that have come out of the ground, and relationship to other features like walls. We're finding quite a few pots tied in actually near the walls in situ. So yeah, this is kind of a day in the life of an archaeology student here in Jordan. This is Aaron.
Hello.
From the beautiful state of Colorado, just
Yes.
south of where just south of where I happen to live, in Wyoming. So, Erin, can you walk us through some of the things that you've been pulling out of the ground and where you are and opening your square?
Sure. Welcome to my square. It's wonderful here. We're doing a great job, and we have just discovered a rock wall here, so this is pretty exciting. Not sure yet. It possibly a room. We did also find this beautiful glass bangle piece, which is amazing. So it could have been a workshop. Somebody could have just left it. We will just have to wait and see. Also recently found a wood post, possibly part of a door, not sure. So
Looks
this
like
is
it's
pretty
next
exciting.
to a wall over here as well.
Yes, so maybe a
Point of
room.
connection. Yeah.
Yes, pretty exciting stuff.
Awesome.
Yes.
Well, are you learning?
This
Is this better than learning from a textbook?
It's the best. It actually is truly the best. This is a gift from heaven.
Talk to me a little bit about our wonderful friend, Dr. Politis, and just his expertise and kind of walking with you students in these early days. I mean, you have taken classes in archaeology, but now you're actually doing archaeology. So tell me about that a little bit.
Well, it is a game changer being able to learn from the best and learning from people who are experienced and know what they're talking about and have such deep knowledge. And so it's incredible to not only be excavating, but also knowing what we're doing at the same time. So it's learning hands-on experience, and that's just incredible.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thanks. I'll let you back to it. I know we're doing some plotting, some recording right now.
Yes.
And that's one of the things we try to do at the end of every day is plot everything that we've pulled out of the ground or identified features or other things. So I'm with Dr. Politis here. He's spent a huge chunk of his life, really his life's work in this valley.
Well, these 330 years, not 300, 30.
And really poured a lot of his blood, sweat, and tears into this ZOAR project and connected to Lot's Cave and a lot of other features in this area. And really, we wouldn't be here without Dr. Politis. So I just wanted to introduce you to our Shepherd's family. And, you know, I don't know if you have anything you want to say.
Thank you. Well, I wouldn't be here without you either.
Well, we make a good team.
Excellent.
And well, we finally got our captain on site today, Dr. Titus Kennedy. We have gone down, I don't know, 17 centimeters today?
Oh, that was just in the last hour or two.
Okay.
Yeah, we made serious progress. You guys dug down.
We've been
probably
digging.
30 centimeters.
And digging for a couple of days. So
Hey,
we've been in a hole,
we have been in this hole
a large
And-
hole.
underneath the church.
So yeah, tell us a little bit about where we started, what we've seen, and where we're going.
So we were hoping that we would be in one archaeological layer after another as we descended. So we're standing on a church floor here. Underneath that church floor, we did find an archaeological layer with a wall and a floor. And that was from the Nabatean period, probably around the 1st century BC. Underneath that, we have found nothing. Here is the entire day of diggings finds that I can hold in the small of my hand. So we're getting a bit nervous, but we're trying to hold out hope that there might be more archaeology underneath and that this soil layer that we're digging through, that we've been digging through all day, maybe is separating two archaeological layers. That's the hope. But
Yep. We've been here for 2 weeks. We've had a couple days of site preparation. We've had several days of digging, 10 days of digging now. And we've also had 2 days of touring with our students. And really the touring is helping them understand the routes and the regions and how everything is connected. Not just going to our site and digging, but really helping our students understand how our site is linked even to Petra. We're not just being tourists. We are here at Petra, as you can tell, obvious. We're here with some of our students. And we are actually looking at just not the beauty of Petra, but also talking about the history of Petra and the Nabateans and the trade routes, because this site is actually linked to our site. Well, we have made it up to the top, what's called the high place at Petra, and just spent a little bit of time. I'm not going to walk you through it, but it's a fantastic place to think about humanity, to think about man's efforts to find life outside of God, and talk about sin and man's approaches throughout history to reconcile themselves to God or to manipulate the gods to do what they want. And this is a great example of a high place, and the altar and the place of sacrifice where they would present their offerings to the gods. Well, we're here in Jerash with our students, and we are talking about just the connection, even from our site, but the connection of this region to Rome. And this is one of the best examples of Rome that we have. You can see what a Roman city would have looked like very well here, better than you can even in Rome. And so we stand here at Jerash. We're actually standing in the temple of Zeus, and so it's a good understanding. We talk about temples, we talk about worship. You can see down here in the courtyard even the altar right here, and then you have the Cardo, and we're also talking about this is a great place to talk about because this is Emperor Hadrian who builds Jerash. Is the same emperor who built Jerusalem. So we talk about the Madaba map, we look at the two Cardos, two temples, and try to really help our students explain even the layout of Jerusalem, which is really easy to do here. So again, this is just one of the things that we are doing in our archaeology program on the weekends when we're not digging. So thanks for coming along.